own. The college programs are in hiring season 2. Penn State has reportedly offered its head coaching job to Vanderbilt's James Franklin. The potential issue is that 4 of Franklin's players at Vandy are facing rape charges from an on-campus incident. The local DA has gone as far as to say Franklin has done nothing wrong still. We're talking about Penn State, which is just 2 years removed from the Jerry Sandusky rape scandal. Tone, would Franklin, who we know as a fine coach, be a good hire for Penn State?
Let's stress that he's a very good coach. And you can look at his record at Vanderbilt, which is not a football power, and see what he's done there. But if you're asking me, do I see a potential problem with this? Of course I do. And so do you. Yeah. Penn State football, I'm sorry, is defined right now by Jerry Sandusky and will be for quite some time. Penn State has to make a hire where nobody says, what? What are you doing? Penn State has to take into account the protection of all of its students from scandal, the protection even of children in the area from scandal, because they had a staff member do this, and then they had staff members try to cover it up. So while this may have no reflection on James Franklin, even if he recruited these fellas, and while they may be completely innocent, you have to put your arm around this coach and take questions. And those questions are going to be about an ongoing investigation.
There are 2 words that come up here to me: appearance and perception. And that is important. It may not be important. It usually isn't important. Appearance and perception. You can just smack it down. You can explain it away. You can spin your way around it. But given the circumstances of what happened at Penn State a few years ago, and given what we still don't know yet about Vanderbilt's situation with those 4 students, athletes, players, it's potentially an issue. We don't know it's going to be an issue, but potentially.
You got to prepare for the questions.
Anticipate everything.
Yes, they have to anticipate all those questions, and they have to have good answers when people stand up and say, "Wait a second, will everybody be safe here?" Oh, okay.
That's right.
I thought that Penn State would go after a grad. I mean, when they put names out there like Al Golden and Mike Munchak, I thought that made sense.
Franklin, Tony, is a pretty irresistible.
He's good.
And by the way, for
good.
any other school, this would not be even talked about.
No.
Because he's that good a coach and he's a young, charismatic guy, but in Penn State's case, it's different.
Kevin Love took a shot.